Okay, we got coordinates. There's game. It looks all right. So here's the deal. My 5-year-old son just tested positive with COVID, and I've been super exposed to the kid. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to be coming down with COVID here very soon. And what's funny is, of course, you know, want to learn, oh, okay, my son just tested positive. My first thoughts is, I got to play some Go. like, I got to play some Go before my brain just turns to mush for the next week or however long. Hopefully it doesn't do that, of course. Vaccines are helpful. And, 2 space. I guess that's appropriate with this way out here. That's interesting. Should I just settle? I don't really want to jump out in this position. This could also be a Tanuki. But no, I'll play there. So anyway, yeah, it's very likely that I will have COVID very soon. I did take a test right after my son, and mine was negative. But I'm pretty sure he also got it from school because his classroom also had some positive cases this past week. And anyway, here we are. We can play here or here, here or here. I have the ladder, so this actually might be better than normal. Usually this is a plus for black. This is also kind of a plus for black. Let's just do this one. And challenge white to take the corner. Oh, he's not going to take the corner. All right. And we'll just settle. Anyway, so we're playing some pre-COVID Go today in anticipation of hopefully we don't get COVID, of course. That is the dream. But assuming that we do, this very well might be my last game of Go before that happens. Let's keep coming out. Keep coming out. Oh my gosh. All right, so he's aiming there. I've got to come out one more time and attack on the right, but this move is forced now, basically. By forced, that's highly subjective. My opponent can do whatever they feel like. But I can't imagine any other move other than this one. Like, what else would you do on this board? What? No. Oh, man. Can I take Sente? Can I play this Joseki and then take Sente? Am I that greedy? I'm a little bit greedy. I would like to play this way and then play this way. That's what I would really like. Let's do that. Let's assume I can do all the things I want. That's how you should go through life, right? Anyway, the other goals for today, other than playing a good game of Go before I expectedly meet my doom with a coronavirus, is to not kick my camera. Because I think in either the last 2, or at least the last 2 of the last 3 videos I've made, I've shut off my camera somehow at some point. And so that's bad. Wow! Wow, really? Black just wants this. All right. I mean, you can have that. This seems like it gives up a lot in the corner, but it's better direction for the stone. So let's do it. I'll have to talk with the robot later. This is better. This is better. Probably the robot actually just doesn't invade, I'm assuming, because this is overextended and hard for black to develop the top. So I assume invasion was probably most correct. Ooh, black. Okay. Choice. Here or here. They're both good. I think we play here now. I mean, turning is the obvious move, but black played this connection instead of this on the assumption that I would turn here, and black would get to make a base. We don't want black to have a base ever. So let's just play there. And we'll assume that black will want to push up, but even if he doesn't... Oh, wow, this is getting to be a game. We got a game. Oh, man. My last game before I get COVID. And it is getting exciting. We could look at a move like this, but I feel like turning is just fine. Expect to see the Hane. And I can counter Hane. If black cuts, we're actually kind of fine with that, because we'll get up 3 stones. Okay, not going to cut. This is a real game. I really would like to play a move like this, but I die, so I don't. So I don't want to play that. Can I play this in combination? It's kind of possible, actually. Here and then here? Is that good enough? That's not good enough, right? I don't think it is, but oh man, does it look... It's the crudest sequence in the world. Take this peep and then come back here. It's super crude. I think I just gotta jump out. Then black will play here. Let's play this really crude, awful sequence. What makes it crude? You're probably wondering, why does this look so crude? But basically, after this exchange, yes, I get to kind of claim that this is mine. Oh my gosh, black is not responding as expected. That's actually good for me. I think this is a poor response. I think black is much better to connect. Black is trying to make nicer shape, but in doing so, I feel fine. This is fine. This is fine. So anyway, this is the crude way still. I was trying to explain. Because even though I'm kind of getting this more solidly, I'm just hanging on by a thread over here. Like, black is going to get so many sort of free moves. This corner, this side top is going to be very developable for black. Still, more forcing moves. Okay, game on. And so I'm going to get pushed around. I don't really like being pushed around. Can I just play this and then come out here? Seems totally fine. Or is it fine? It might not be fine. Oh, guys, it's totally not fine. Oh, but I have a ladder. I have a ladder! It's fine! It's fine! We have a ladder. Seals in. Seals it in. Alright, kind of want to defend all the places. Now this is a net. But the net doesn't... Well... That totally doesn't work. Unless there's some other Sente move in here that I'm not seeing. Oh, no, this net does work. This does net. Totally works. Yeah, Atari net. Okay. Alright. So we'll play here. That stone is important now, because I would like to attack this group of 8 stones that is 2 Tetris pieces. Turn. Is there... This looks like danger. Oh, man. I bet my reading ability, first of all, was not in tip-top form to begin with. If you've watched the last few games, you know my reading ability is not in tip-top form. Plus, being pre-COVID, what does that do to one's reading ability? It can't do good things. Oh, man. I can always give those 2 up if I need to, actually. No, I can't. I can't. Those are important. I have to remember it. Those are important. I cannot give those up. See? Reading ability. I think it's fine. I think everything's fine. Okay, if everything's fine, I can play here now. We can go about our business. My opponent says everything's not fine. Everything is on fire. Is it, though? Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Is everything on fire? Let's drink some water. Okay. Seems fine. I do have some Aji over here. I should take this peep right now, right? This cut's never a thing. Doesn't look like it. Can I take this peep first? That'd be crazy, right? I don't think so. Let's take that peep. No, still can't take this peep, but I really want to. Oh man, it actually kind of looks good enough. Scariest move is this. That's the one we have to read. And let's just play it. Let's just play it. Maybe a loss, but I'm sure we can. No, it actually, even if black plays there, and this is guaranteed to die, even if black is totally safe, it actually still helps these 2 stones. And that's all we really want to do right now. Because I really want to just come over here and play this. Play move over here. Wow. Defending that way. All right. Well, game on. Black's got to be very careful now. There's so much Aji down here. Oh my gosh. This Hane should save for later. Let's just play here now. Black could get a really big center, but it's kind of hard for him to. Of course, I have to read. I have to read to figure out how to use this Aji. And again, the main focus really is this attack. It's not a decoy, but I want to make sure this stick here has some problems. Oh, can I play this way now? I think I can. Is it smart, though? We have to think. Is it smart to play this way? It doesn't seem smart. Oh, dear. How much time do I have? 11 minutes on the main clock. I really don't want to just play this, though. That seems unnecessary. What's the word? He pushes through. I can connect. He connects. I need another move, really, to play this way. But luckily, I can play another move. It just hurts these stones a lot. So let's do it. Let's play one more move. Threaten to, I don't know, do something to this group. Oh, did he find something? Huh? I don't know what we're doing. I think he's hallucinating. Okay. Oh. Can I just play here? It seems good, right? People who are checking in. People who are actually doing reading. I need you. You're very important to me. Let's just ask. Let's just do it. Because that's how you should play Go. Just play the move you want to play. Don't do reading. And then I kill that, right? He can't actually cut here. Okay. Why do I ever... Oh, no, he can counter Hane over here. But he has to be careful. Like, this is a... Okay, he's going to do that first. That makes sense in some world. If he plays here, I'm going to kill this. So do I just play here first? Is that the trick? No, because then he ladders those two. It's the same. But is it better than making him do it? This is screaming of overplay. Maybe I did need to start on this side. You can have those 2 stones. Actually, that's not even a problem because this ladder is good for me. I'm being totally anticipatory of more future problems. Yeah, of course, this is kind of the problem here. Hmm. Hmm. Play there. Is taking a good enough move? Probably not. I get punished looking over here. It looks like I only can make one eye. This is becoming very hot real estate. Right in here. Sad I didn't get to play here. This little elephant eye. Oh, he's going to defend that way. Okay. That's fine. It's the weakest of the defenses. You should probably play there at some point. Mm-hmm. Honey? Not sure if my shape is correct, but again, as predicted, this is the hottest real estate, market in town. Threatening the big Atari. I can let you have that, right? Looks like it's not that big of a threat. Maybe I should play here. This is the key point, right? Oh, he can defend both. I don't know. Which peep do I take? They all look like something, is the problem. This move's also big, but that is anything in here, right? Just to guarantee life feels good. It's going to take that Atari right away. Oh, maybe you can't. Yeah. If you do that, I can cut here. Right? That was bad for you? I believe? Is my belief? You can take your Sente. It's not even really Sente. Right? Because I can actually extend here. So this isn't actually, taking, I don't even have to take back. Yep, okay. Didn't know quite what to do. So Tanuki becomes a reasonable answer. How much do I like this stone? I don't. This is the move I thought he should play a long time ago, and you can actually still see how powerful it is. Man, this would have been so much more promising if I had a little bit more in here. I still have this move, though, which is interesting. Let's just try to compromise. If we can compromise this, I'm pretty happy. Right? Let's take a look at the score. This is about this. About the same size. If white gets here, it's bigger. If black gets here, I think it's maybe black bigger by like a point. It's very close. So that's for that. This is better than this. This plus this, again, is very undefined. But that should get me enough in the corner. This is interesting. It's going to ask for that. All right, you know what, dude? I'm fine with the compromise over here. If I get to play another move over here first, I'm feeling pretty good. Should I play this one? Feels like it, right? Give him a big corner. Play there. I guess this is a little bit too compromising. This is turning into a lot of points very quickly. Not quite Sente, but I have good endgame over here now. And let's take this one. All right, so black's up a little bit on this board, but this is still not alive. It's the cool part. Okay, so he's now going to take that. And that is fine. We are fine with that. Because we can use this opportunity to just extend. And threaten to seal the whole thing in. Which the prospect of should make him wet his pants a little bit. Because I'm going to be able to lean on this and attack this, or vice versa. Of course, I just want to play another move over here, just to help this out. Maybe that. Ooh. That's one of those moves that it's kind of asking for a lot. Can I run out? Huge fight. Huge fight. You just play here right now? Ladder technically works for white, but black has a lot of Sente against these two stones. So this is not an area I really want to invite ladder breakers. Let's just throw in there. Of course, black's real objective should be to come after this group, and I think that's what this move is definitively going towards, and can lean on here to do this, can, realistically lean lots of places to do this sort of thing. Let's just come over here. Black, oh, yeah, I was going to say, if he covers, that's, would feel pretty bad. Can I poke up first? I don't think it's good. It's the problem. All right, let's just link up. It's still not good. Definitely not good now. Okay, yeah, correct. I don't feel like I should be playing here. This is just endgame, right? It's big endgame. Let's play over here. This has got to be bigger. I don't know what it is. This is way too small. Should not have been playing that. Have regrets. Please continue with game. Wow, is he just happy to link up? Does that mean I'm happy to link up? Or some not quite linked up, that's the problem. Yeah, good. Okay, that feels really slow and like bad shape. Actually, it might still be kind of slow and bad shape, right? Because I still have this cut. Let's just ask. This is so crude. Here's another really crude sequence we're about to see. Like, hey, can I just come in here? It's gonna weaken. The problem with playing this crude these little pushes is, again, weakens this area. And right now, ooh, see, okay. Yep. He understands the crudeness. Are we really going to fight here? That'd be dumb, right? Like, there's no way this works. I think we are. This is dumb. I don't know. He's going to extend. I really have to. I need to play on both sides. This is why this is dumb. This just feels like an overplay. Like I have to play a move like this. And then he gets to play again over here. Is there another way? I guess I just give him that Atari. And I just extend back. Like, and I let him do that. Because surely these two stones can run away. Right? Can they make it all the way over there? I guess if they can't make it all the way over there, I don't know. The more I'm looking at this, that's we're just gonna play crude. We've already decided. All right, this whole game currently hinges on the fact, or not the fact, hinges on the proposition of whether or not these two stones can make it back to their friends over here. That's the game we're playing. The rest of the board doesn't matter. If they can, then looks like black's going to win. If they can't, this looks like a win for white. All right, he's aiming at that cut. So he's offering a compromise. That's the meaning of this move. Saying, look, you can have those two, but I'm going to take these. And, you know, I'm actually kind of okay with that. Even though it's a huge loss for me. Wait, why am I okay with this? This is a huge loss for me. Let's just say we're okay with that. Can I fight this way now? No, that's way too much, right? If he cuts, way too much. I still really want this endgame down here. I haven't even, like, figured out the whole possibilities of the sequence, but they are numerous. I shouted a stipulation in my previous comment about whether or not these two stones can run. If they make it back, black wins the game. Black actually doesn't have to play that game. Black has decided to play a different game, right, which is sacrifice the two of them. So clearly, even though these two died, the game is not over. He's got to be reading this cut. I have to imagine. This move seems so nice, right? Is it that nice? I think it is. There's also this defect here. It's kind of interesting thing to aim for. There's a little bit more something. Actually, I guess after I play here, no, but black can defend. I think black can fix all the defects. Yep, that's good. Oh, but this gives me time to fix. Can I give that stone up? I think I can. Let's just fix. Very crude. We're playing only the crudest moves today. Oh man, do we take this ko now? We have to. Oh god. Oh god. Alright, put on your co-thread hats. We didn't exactly think this one all the way through. I really want to throw in, but it kills some of my Aji. Oh, but I can just play here, right? Or do I play here first? This one's pretty good. This might be better. All right, so if I play here, he's just going to push up. If I play here, let's do it. The problem with this, actually, it kills this endgame. This might be a very bad co-threat. Might be very, very bad co-threat. I would assume it's actually a really bad co-threat in retrospect. Okay. But it's a co-threat. Can't extend, has to come back. Again, loses points in the endgame. That's why it's a bad threat. He's got threats over here. He can still play these kind of... Yeah, definitely. Oh, no, that's not a threat. Looks like I can take... Yep. Do not Atari from this side. Lulz. This is not a threat. This is... Very interesting. I mean, this is clearly a threat because the follow-up is here for white, and I'm threatening to kill this entire black group, which is pretty exciting. I wonder if I can take anything over here first, and I think I can. Right here, the follow-up is here. Oh, that's an interesting threat. Or is it? No, it can't actually go back. It's losing points. You can take this peep, though, get some of the points back, but I think we're fine. Okay, I think that move loses points, too. Okay, now we play here. Oh, I needed to play here first. Yep. It's kind of a bummer. But we're fine. We're better than fine, in fact. This gives him an extra threat, but it also shorts the liberty over here. If assuming he takes this as a threat. Not a threat. Not a good threat. Because we want to take this Atari, this here, and I can come on top and eat all this. That's pretty exciting. Oh yeah, this was way too bad of a threat. This Hane looms large. Alright. Yeah, bad threat. So I played a bad threat, and also I didn't get to take that one. This one hurts. Of all the moves this game, this is the one that's gonna haunt me the most. He still has a good threat here. Threats... Yeah, that's a threat. I mean, yeah, it's definitely a threat for this. He's got more threats against this thing still. He's having his own little bedwetting moment, though, after this one. I'm excited to see how many points this one lost, according to the AI. It might be up there. This could have... What is this worth, I guess, is the question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... I mean, arguably 15, 16 points. This threat might have been like minus 12, 13, 14. Something like that. Very possible. And best news is my camera's still going. And I don't feel like I've gotten COVID yet, so that's even better news, actually. Even better. Taking a lot of time on this one. I think he's got a milk this top. This top is the sketchiest part. Oh, really? So he's just gonna say he don't care? Okay. Let's give up and take. I mean, it's fair. Big exchange. Really big. Is that anything? That's like worse than anything, right? Can't I just kill stuff? This is dead, right? Like he just killed another stone just for fun?
Overtime countdown has begun.
Whoops. No, I should not have taken that. What am I doing? Oh my god. This sequence is so bad. So he's offering to exchange this for that. But the problem... Well, there's multiple problems here. Let's take all this right now. Does it work? All right, so that's double Atari. Which means I get that and I took the co. Whatever we did, it was wrong. Okay? I just want you all to know that. But now he can't Atari there. Like I played all this out, so he's short a Liberty. And he can't Atari. So I just got to kill this, and the co is currently mine. Oh, not currently. Well, he gets to take first, so not currently mine. Can I play here? Then that's Sente, though? Taking the problem with, yeah, this is not, or filling in here is that makes that Sente. And that's bad. Now we just fill in. All right. Because now he has to take here. He doesn't have to, I guess. I could save this. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. We're also very quickly running out of threats. Much faster than he did.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
We have Bioyamis, right? Yeah, we got 3. Okay.
1, 0. 2 overtimes left.
Yeah, wait, I kind of blew through all my threats to play this. If he takes, I can finish here.
9, 8.
Is this worth it?
7.
It might be.
5.
Yeah, let's just play there. It's worth something. Is that something? Feels like nothing. Feels a lot like nothing. I mean, by nothing, I mean I still kind of feel compelled to respond. Let's respond. Bum, 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 bum. Does it work? Should I push it? Maybe... No, I didn't want to push in first. Okay. What you aiming at? Where are you going? Okay, that's neat. Let's play here, solve all problems. Look at that, we found world peace. Okay, that's kind of big. This is actually a good move after this exchange. Huh, but he should take that, but then that's Gote. All right. Sure. All right, gonna play here. It's really big. Like really, really big. Like I don't think. Oh, he doesn't respond. Okay. Okay. We're in this. We're all in this together. Oh, that doesn't work. Whoops. Crap. That didn't do what I thought it did. Whoops. 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 Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's a whoops. That's a whoops. That's a whoops. I guess I get to kind of seal it off in Sente, right? Because these three can only keep crawling. All right, let's just play it out. I can fight this really crazy co. This crazy, crazy co. Yep. Oh my god. Yep. We're back to co. All right. That is a crazy co. I guess I can push here now, though. Push here better. This one first. I'll just push here. This is a little bit short on liberties, so we're not enthralled with the idea of pushing here. Good luck. Trying to kill this whole dragon. Okay, this is pretty huge. It's got to be something huge, and he's used up so many of his big co-threats on this thing. Here, not big enough. Where else? Like there's 6, 10, 11. He's got an 11 stone group plus mine. Another 5, 16. A few extra spaces. 18. This is like a 30-something point co, maybe close to 40. Probably very close to 40 because all this he has still this Aji here that goes away. Yeah, that's not big enough. Like no way, no way. All right, that's the game. We can seal in there. I actually probably didn't need to do that, but we did, just to exclamation point our victory. Can I just come up? I'd like to just come up, please. Let's just pretend we can. Sure, there's a push cut. He gets to run, but he's actually in danger of being really bad Aji for the corner. Oh, if you do it this way first, does it matter? Well, let's block. Because I have this now. Play this first. All right, 20 seconds to do all the reading from now to the end of the game. I don't think I want to take that. I just want to connect.
9.
Yeah, that's good. That's enough. It's good enough. He's got 5 liberties. We only have 5 liberties. It's a problem, but I can get more. Oh yeah, 4 to 5. That's a win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could play there first, but I don't want to. There you go. So he'll get a little more. He's just playing for this endgame in the corner. One, 2, 3 to 3. It's fine. So he got a corner. So what did he get? Actually, he got, so in exchange for this corner, that was actually pretty big. I can't imagine that this exchange is worth it. Playing all the points, not even thinking. There's no thinking left in this game. Whew, that was exciting, though. Like, that was whew, some real... Lots of co-ness, right? You have these games where it's just like co. And then it goes to another co. And this is one of those. Oh, that's a nice threat later. Not that I need a threat right now. This seems big. Yeah, he's got to defend this over here. Alright, what's... Oh, this is huge. So is this. 2 huge moves. Let's play this one first. I don't know if it's big or not, but it's still huge. Oh, I have to be careful, right? Everything looks fine. Total, yeah. He took one, I took the other. Everybody's good. Still big. Also big. Yep, you get that one. Play another one. Totally free. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, so he got all this endgame back. So the fate of this has exchanged twice in the last, 50 moves. And that's what happens to all these co's. Is this one of those cases where this is best? Yeah, let's play there. Will be very reasonable. Yep. All little end games. I'm gonna take this one. This is pretty big. Pretty big. Like, this is a huge win for white now in the end. How many captures? 1918. Pretty comparable. Continue playing. Let's have reasonable size at this point. This is technically a fraction of a point. 2 points. Is 2 points good enough? This is also looking like 2 points. Yeah, play this one. You should take this co. Oh, no. Oh, is that a possibility? It's fine. Yep, there's the co. Have to play it. Alright, should I try to get my best guess of the score? I mean, I could just, like, guess. Where's the fun in that? Is this anything? No. I should also take that, too. Okay. I do not get that. There is a little bit of a problem here. Not yet, of course, but this liberty is important. This liberty is very important.
Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Oh, I should have taken there. All right, he responded. Hmm. It's an empty point. So is that, though? Oh, no, that's not. That's not a... Sure. Okay, got a co. Got this thing, however that works out. A little bit of something here. Not much. I think we're just about done. That's not a point. We've already talked about this. Not you and me, opponent, but me and the viewers. We've already talked about this. Is not a point. Oh, it is a point. Is this not a second point? I thought I'm smart. This is a point, though, sort of.
9, 8, 7, 6.
That one. I can play there, and then I can play this one. Mm-hmm. Oh, now I can play. No, this not a point. Miai. Miai. For those of you who don't know, Miai means one person gets 1 point, the other person gets the other, and there's doesn't matter who gets what. It's always going to be exchanged that way. This is. I was thinking there might be another black point here, but no, this is always Miai. I play here, black plays here, black plays here, I play there. All right, black connects the first ko, which means there shouldn't be any other points. Do we trust my opponent with that conclusion? I think so. Which means we can take here. Indeed. This is best. I should also make sure I wasn't even looking to make sure my opponent took the stone back. I have to remember to do that. That's important. Got 2 more threats internal here, and third one there. He always gets that one. Oh, I can threaten Miai. Oh, but if I do that, he gets another co-threat or 2, so never mind. Not a good threat. Play that one. We'll fight to the death for this last co-point. Oh, wait, no, this is not a... Oh, yeah, he gets more threats. Yeah. If I make that threat. I have more over here, though. These are good. Nothing left there. Nothing left here. That's a good threat. This looks like the best one. It's only worth 2, though. Nothing else worth 2? Okay. A fight to the death. I mean, black already won a ko. I should be entitled to a ko, right? Black shouldn't be able to get both of these. See, that's only a threat to make a threat. And what rules are we playing? I think we're playing Korean rules. This is important, actually. Let's assume that we're playing Korean rules. And that is not a threat. For a point. Alright. I want to request counting. Okay, maybe we're not playing Korean rules. Sure. Counting. Yep, black wins by 36.5. I agree. Oh, not black. Wait, white. I said white, right? Did I just go dyslexic? I said white wins. Okay. Yes, okay. Very good. Whew, had a brain freak out. I mean, I know black didn't win, but I just wondered if there was a counting here. I had a... Oh, he said, had a nice game with you. Goodbye. Have a good time. Okay, good. All right, let's go put it in the robot, and let's look at some of those other question marks I brought up earlier. This is a very nice last pre-COVID game before I succumb, maybe. Hopefully not, but probably, considering the fact there's an infected 5-year-old running around upstairs watching PJ Masks. Okay, Be right back. All right, and so even though during the play of the game, I thought the game was very exciting between those co-threats, the AI score here does look like just kind of a sloping landslide for white throughout. But just like the last game I posted to this YouTube channel, it's not as bad as the last game, but you can actually see this little jagged area that persisted because I made the exact same mistake where I didn't take advantage of some aji or some cut I had inside my opponent's assumed territory. I make the same mistake here, and it doesn't cost me the game. It doesn't really ever change the outcome. But oh man, I'm excited to show it to you. And perhaps again, some of you have been screaming at the screen like, "Why aren't you playing in there?" Because there's so much things that can go wrong for black. And yep, I gotta do that. I gotta do that. And I think part of it is just the format of these games. Is that I'm assuming my opponents are a little bit honest and reading their own defects and. I gotta stop that. Opponents are terrible. Like, they don't read their own defects. You have to punish them. So, anyway, still feeling okay, by the way. Still don't think I have COVID yet. But any moment now, any moment it'll hit. Maybe the moment I get hit with COVID will be caught live on camera. Okay. Anyway, we got plenty of things to talk about that are worthy of your interest. The beginning is fine. This is the first moment, though, where I feel like... this is the first move I make that isn't within under a point for sure. Again, it's only the fourth move of the game, I guess. That's not saying very much. But the AI suggestion is to play there. And let me just disable that for a second to explore it. No, I said disable. Stop analyzing. AI, you're doing too much homework here. There we go. This is the AI suggestion in this position, which is fascinating. And basically, after black plays a move like here, AI is just like, yeah, Tanuki. Just go do something else. And that's pretty cool. Like, as a Go player, like, this is just a middle finger kind of Joseki. Maybe there. This is just a middle finger kind of move. Because on one hand, you're not asking for anything. Right? You're just like, F off, I'm out of here. And at the same time, like, it's actually very awkward for black to attack you. This is a lot of flexibility. Now you're going to give up something, right? The point is, like, black can take stuff from you in this position. You are too thin as the white player. But whatever black can basically forcibly take isn't large enough to justify doing it. And so... this is kind of like a mic drop, walk away kind of Joseki. So I kind of like it. It's a little scary to play. And obviously, if you're playing against a really strong opponent who can time when to cut through here really well or mess with this group, you're going to suffer. But in the meantime, cool. All right. Anyway, let's go back to the actual sequence here. Now here... first of all, the recommended AI move is here. It's a pretty minor difference. It actually thinks all these are playable. All these are, fine. Its favorite one is here, which feels really crude, but makes sense. Assumes black. Again, I should just always do that. It assumes black's going to do this, and you're going to push up. And black will kind of have to do something to either contend over this or just basically let you walk out, while the whole time you still have this move to come back and basically threaten making eyes in the corner. So, very simple, I would describe that as crude, in fact, which is one of the sub-themes of this game. Here, the AI does indeed like black is taking the corner with this type of move, or at least playing this Atari. To here, absolutely, that's a must. Does not like this move. Black needs to play faster here. Black already has these two other outside moves, just needs to unite them. This doesn't really do that. These pushes are okay once you do that, and then this next sequence, basically up until the black move that I don't think I laughed at it. I don't think I literally laughed at it, but I was definitely like, because black never got this point, and so when I was able to play here first, I felt very good. And then black's response was here, and this was a minus. For sure, if we go back to this and enable the AI, the black AI is just like, no, you have to fight here. You have a wall. Just throw some stones in. Go get them. Playing here, slack. Very slack. You can see there's lots of other good things to do. All right, anyway, we play this out, and here, AI's favorite move is this one. And the reason this is totally safe. And because it was so strong, I felt like I could play further away, but realistically, you kind of saw how it was actually kind of a struggle for me to do so. My opponent did make some mistakes at that point. But this move asks black, okay, what are you interested in right now? And if you want the corner, that's fine. This is pretty sizable. Like this is like a 20-point group on essentially black's side of the board. You can't give your opponent 20 points on your side of the board, a comfortable 20 points, without getting something major. And this is not big enough to compensate for that. And this is nice, but still not big enough when white already has, you know, a solid corner and almost another corner of their own, of my own. So, yeah, the move is just to play this loose pincer and just threaten to take something bigger. The move I was stuck on, the move I kept reading out was like this one. I was like, that doesn't feel enough. And if it's not, you have to just play one more. So this was not great, but the AI did like black's connection here. Did not like my move. Yeah, very much not a fan of white playing here. Much bigger fan of white just turning. But once I played here, my opponent immediately played the AI move, which is to start a fight. Let's go right in. Like white is too weak here. White can't really rely on this strength for that much. It is strong. It's on the 5th line, but it's not enough to have enough influence in this fight to get an advantage. All right, so here, the move that the AI likes, and I certainly contemplated in the game, and it was the one I wanted to play, and I totally didn't. The AI certainly likes the move that I predicted, which is this one. And, you know, I just didn't want to lose this stone. I was very emotionally attached to it. You know, it was my last single stone on the right-hand side of the board. How could I possibly give that up? I don't know. So I played this very crude sequence, if you recall. And then instead of connecting here, black played this one, which I got to stand here. And this is fine for white. The next move for white is bad. After black makes this very just sort of thunky bamboo joint, I now should absolutely play here, come back over here and threaten to basically seal this corner in. That's really the threat, is making this really strong and controlling the top and sealing the corner in. It is possible if I get that, it is possible that these two stones die. But it's a lot of work for black to kill them, and I would get, you know, I would totally solidify the rest of the right and have complete control of the top and even possibly come away a sente. So it's like, how much are these two stones worth? It would, if I gave them up, everything on the right would be settled. Like there'd be nothing else interesting to do on the whole entire right side of the board. The territory split would be, I mean, a little bit favor black because black would get the corner in addition, but let's assume Comey cancels that out because it wouldn't not be a large corner. It'd be a medium to even medium small corner. And so, again, that was black's side of the board, which means the left black has this going, but white would have this entire top. Firm control of that. To show you what the sequence would look like, well, here, let's do that. No, stop it, game. Let's also erase that. So if white played here, and let's say black played here, and then white came down here, pulled back. Black really needs one more move to prevent the Aji here. If we, I don't know, played something like this. Again, white kind of has Miai here or here. If we play this one first, black has to play some sort of response. I guess white that's always forcing. You know, white can, I don't know, play a move like this if we're feeling greedy and really optimistic, or something a little bit less ambitious, or even just feasibly just come back and play another move in this side. And that would feel good for white. Like this is the best potential on the board basically right now, until black gets another move on the left. We'd feel good. All right, anyway, back to the game. We played this way. And this is where the first mistakes really started to train wreck. Can I go back to, oh, no, I didn't want to, oh, no. Where were we? Nope. Here? Nope. Nope. Train wreck. Anyway, I want to see this this little graph here to show you where up until this point, it was pretty even. Like you can see a little bit of an advantage for white, but not much really. It's pretty even. But this is where the first real train wreck happened for black, and it's a doozy. It's a really bad one. So basically, the AI says, we're caring about this way too much. The real play on the board is sealing in this black corner and basically securing life or stability, I guess, for this white group, which would then trickle over and give white control at the top. That's what we should be doing. We did not do that. And it was very much to black's detriment, because after we play all these bad moves, all that lose points, you can see it gets kind of swingy. Black plays this heap of junk, which is not Sente. And I immediately, in the game, like this is the part where I was doing less read. I was like, really? This doesn't work? And, I have to make sure this doesn't work, because I'm basically going to take a 14-point advantage coming out of this. So I have to make sure this move was meaningless. And if I do, right, this was my move. My next moves were 14 points. So black plays a clunker, and now we're just in firm control of white for the rest of the game. That's not to say there isn't anything interesting left, so stay tuned. But the game, at least from the AI's perspective, is not in doubt. For us mere mortals, the game is still very much in doubt. But the AI, you can sense it, becomes very uninterested, aloof in what happens next. This exchange is fine, and then black jumps out here. I play this peep, which it does not like. It actually prefers cut. And the cut, the more I look at it, the more interesting it is. If we follow the AI sequence, the AI does not simply just play here. The AI is thinking black is going to counter. White's going to make some exchanges at the top, but then essentially can aim at this move. And if we do, my AI really wants me to play this out, so let me just play this out. Oh, one other shape point is here. Yeah, when I was reading this out and thinking, I really want to Hanli on the inside, it's because I didn't really see the value of this shape. But this is actually a very nice shape in this case, because it helps secure the outside and take control of top. And it doesn't really care too much about this one stone, which I don't care about, which is true. I was thinking I'd have to connect, and it felt too big, and still could attack this, but this is the shape point. All right, at this point, let's just read out this fight a little bit. Bamboo, nothing. There's a whole lot of nothing here. It's nothing. Okay, not that interesting. I guess there's this moves at the next follow-up, which is a nuisance. But regardless of all that, this sequence is kind of what I wanted anyway in the game when I played. When I was thinking about these two stones, I wanted to get them stronger in Sente, and then basically not have to worry about them. And I was going to do that by using this Aji down here. Unfortunately, I just used the Aji a slightly less efficient way by taking this peep. Again, doesn't help the two stones quite enough. And when my opponent responds, again, it's not a terrible response. It does like my second peep. I get both these peeps. My opponent connects. And then I take this cut right away, which is fine. And then I do come back up here and take the biggest point on the board. So very happy, right? After this whole sequence is sort of completed to this point, white's up by almost double Comey. Here, did not like my move. Should just absolutely play here and play something like that. Okay, I didn't do that. I played here thinking, I want more. I want to be greedy. Yeah, I was very worried for me. I lost my couple points of advantage. Meaningless exchange. Black plays out that way. And this is the moment where I was like, how can this not be good? I just have to seal this in. Yeah, I should make some more exchanges first. I really do need to be stronger here if I really want this move to have meaning. And I did see this move, but I got paralyzed. I couldn't decide. Do I start here? Do I start here? Do I start here? Do I start here? Or do I even start here? Right? All these are valid possibilities. This quick little run through with the AI says here, which was totally on my radar, and does indeed look nice. It just looks like it solves too many of black's problems, but it doesn't because of this move. So white still has play here. We're going to show you that in a little bit. Once this area starts to get really jagged, you can see what I missed. Okay, so I played here. We played this out. This is fine. This is fine. This is bad. This is an overplay. But I don't quite play it most efficiently either. I take this move and then come back and take this stone, but I really should just play here first. Exchanging this for this is a big loss for white. It's not I guess it's a 3-point loss according to the app. But it feels like a huge loss. Whoops, no, hold on. That's the rundown there. But it happens, and I did indeed come back and capture the stone. Black fixed there. This peep is not worthless, but it's fine, basically. It's not in the top few candidates of the AI, but it's fine. Here, AI, it's all very similar. It's taking is fine. But here's the moment I want to draw your attention to the situation. In the game, because I'm human, my opponent's human, we're kind of preoccupied with this group. It looks, I'm going to color myself in red. It looks like after this capture, this is strong. Of course, this is strong. And this group got a little bit stronger. It's not completely alive, but this is the weakest one. Let's give it even a lighter color red to show that it's a little different in terms of strength. Of course, this isn't that strong either. This can also be surrounded. This is the only truly strong thing. But this feels like a target. I've also just drawn a bunch of rainbows on the board. I should just keep drawing more colors because, I don't know. This is the target. There we go. This is what we're after. All right, that's obnoxious. Which means that if we have a weak group versus a weak group, playing in between them feels like the hotness. Like that feels like the place we have to go. And my opponent did that, right? He's human. And indeed, there's actually nice moves around here that are not so bad. And even this isn't so bad. That's a 5-point loss. But the thing is, when black attacks this way, how do I put this? There is still Aji over here, basically. That is not on either my opponent's or myself's radar. And because of the Aji over here, it's like black isn't going to die here. Black has avenues to live. Okay, this group isn't the least flexible group in the world. It actually has some resources. But the AI senses this Aji and is like, no, this whatever you're doing over here, you can't just do it directly. You actually have to do it indirectly. You have to fix this problem. And so that's what this is kind of about. This is the computer saying, oh, black, you have to fix this problem. On black moves, on white moves, is saying, white, you have to take advantage of this problem. And whatever you're doing over here, this is not right. So when we both play, we're just going to see mistake after mistake, which is why this readout gets so jagged. And it's like, it just thinks each player whose turn is has a bigger advantage than we actually do, because it's waiting for someone to play this move. And if we play this out a little bit, it says then come back. But basically, we still have this Aji, and I want to show you. Let me go back here and show you some other sequences that can come out of this. So let's just sort of double pass. And here it says play this one as white. I'd be tempted to play here though. This feels better because it doesn't give white another forcing move, but again, it shorts a liberty, so I don't know. Here, AI says play there, so we'll play there, I guess. Oh wow, it wants white to play here. I didn't even look at this one. Really? Isn't that just... what? Has the robot gone insane? Why would you make this exchange? This doesn't work. All right. Let me show you what I do know, because that was insane. Let's say black plays here. Yep, white should play here. Threaten this throw-in. And then, yes, white can push out. Because white is strong, quote-unquote, here, if black plays this way, there's this cut. And you can see the AI going like, because this group only has 2 liberties and this white strength. Like, where is it going to go? Okay, if it goes, we can just read this out very crudely. You can say, oh, well, it's going to, start taking away liberties. Well, white wins this capturing race. It's 3-2. And so this game is, we're already back at the winning point total. Look at this little plummet here on the map, on the scoring map. So, yeah, I did not find this the entire game. And I'm looking at it like I know there's Aji here. I just didn't take the time to really figure out what I want to do with it. And part of it was the fact that black played here after I pushed one too many times instead of just Atariing. This exchange made me sad, right? This exchange kind of demoralized me from finding other sequences. And that happens in Go a lot, right? Where you set up you read something out, you figure it out, you found a chink in your opponent's armor, you're going to shoot that arrow and right through that little weakness, and it gets fixed. And you don't see the new weakness that it leaves behind. And that's what happened here. So, we play all this stuff, and it's fine. But you can see the AI is just very unhappy and wants to know how this is going to go. Oh, man. Is that the COVID? Is it settling in now? Is that what happens? Oh, God. Okay. AI did not like my double peep at all. So, again, we still have an advantage, but it waxes and wanes. Did not like my cut. All because it is still looking at this. And this little attachment, and then this threat to throw in, and just push out and fight here. I gotta find stuff like this. Like this is a big weakness in my game. Finding this sort of like internal Aji sequence to create a real problem for my opponent. So that's a little tragic. Anyway, we play all this. You can see it's still there. This sequence over here was a little bit interesting. One other choice I had that I never... Oh, no, I don't have it. Never mind. I lied. Yeah. Well, I guess this choice I did think a little bit about. After this Hane, instead of playing this one, I should have just played here. And the reason, and you can logically figure this out. If you've ever been in this situation, do I make the hanging connection or do I connect? You have to ask yourself, would you respond if your opponent Hane'd? In other words, if I connect and my opponent plays here, are you going to block here? And the answer is probably not. Like, I'd probably take Sente and block here later. Like, this is a big move, but you don't need to do it right now. Well, maybe I would. Would I? I'd probably want to play something over here. Not sure. Inconclusive. Hey, maybe I'd even come back and play this now. Who knows? But if you're not sure that you would respond to the Hane, or let's say you definitely wouldn't respond to the Hane, then you shouldn't play this hanging connection, you should play here. The other downside to the hanging connection you have to read out is what happens if my opponent plays the other side and peeps this way. So you're giving your opponent another potential defect. And, you can see a lot of strong players, a lot of pro players, right? They make a lot fewer hanging connections, these tiger's mouths and Q games. It's just because of that type of logic, right? If I'm not going to respond that way immediately, then I shouldn't play this way. I shouldn't invite my opponent to get that exchange for free, essentially. Okay, anyway, in the game, I do that, it's fine. Come back here. My opponent makes a big mistake here, though. Doesn't need to connect. This is alive, as is. And so should really... This move kills off this Aji. Black takes this move, it's only a 16-point lead for white at this point. You can see when black doesn't, well, that Aji comes back. So we're still in that bad things are going to happen if white actually figures out what's going on. Black takes, extending, absolutely correct. And then this move. Remember this move in the game? I definitely looked at this, or I talked about it in the game. I was like, I don't think so. I didn't respond to this correctly at all. But I did at least recognize this was a highly dubious proposition for black to be making. In the game I played here, which is almost as bad of a move as this one. Not quite as bad, but so close to as bad. The cut, which is my other leading candidate, was only half as bad. From just over half as bad. And so I probably should have done that. But again, the reason why this is also bad is because of this Aji. And if I can get this group running, that's going to make any sort of fight over here much easier. But if I don't ever do that, then this is much harder. Anyway, I played here, which is bad. And again, the AI is just like, look, you people, I'm so sick of humans. This is a problem. This is unresolved. And so it's just going to keep pinging us back and forth. Play here, play here, play here, play here. This Ko, again, is kind of dumb. Notice it. None of the top candidates are potential. Like, if AI just dismisses fixing the Ko immediately. Which is great, because I didn't fix it either. I just left it there. I play a valid move. Not the best move, but a valid move. I don't even play a good move, perhaps. I'm just going to call it valid and leave it at that. Again, we're two humans. We're still thinking, you know, this group is under scrutiny. Let's put some pressure on it. And my reasoning was because, oh, if I get to seal this in Sente, then I can connect and then I can attack this and make this feel very uncomfortable. The AI is not nearly so worried. The AI is like, whatever. It both can live. They'll both find their ways. But here, this had a whole other subtext that neither of us knew or were thinking about. Because if you remember that sequence, that white can... What color should I use for this? Let's see. Oh, this was a nice blue. Yeah. Cobalt blue. Because white can essentially run this group out, cutting off this black. If white has a wall here, oh my gosh. Right? Like, that means this is definitely going to die. Like, no choice. So, yeah, neither of us recognized that subtext. I don't think. And that's what makes this move so terrible for black. A 16-point loss. Like, who knew? Like, I was very surprised when black played it, but not for the right reasons. As you can see, because my follow-up was to play an 11-point mistake right afterward. Right? It's because of this defect and the fact that white can cut off this group. And if white can cut it off, that means, and have a wall there, if white can cut off and have a wall, like, that means there's very little counterplay for black. Very little. This is already a 30-point advantage. So black plays here. I play this cut, which is not useful. And we play this. My net is a little more efficient if I play it further out, but these two are still not connected on any of these spots, so I should just ask for a little bit more. Or play this one, which is a little bit safer against, you know, Aji over here. But regardless, the best move is to actually fight directly right now. And it is a fight. Like, it's fine. Let's see what this looks like at the end. 10 and 11. There you go. Oh, what's that one? The fight's still going on. Capture. Okay. Wow, and it still wants this move. Yeah, wow. Far out. Here, let's follow out the logic. Yeah, connect underneath, or play here. Just take this in Sente. Interesting. If we keep following this logic, co to link up. Cool. And again, if this gets linked up, then this isn't a two-wide group yet. So there's a problem here for black. Very, very scary, dangerous stuff. All right. Anyway, none of that happened because I was just like, I'm just going to kill the two stones. I don't want to do anything else. Black plays here. Indeed, this is fine. Like like in the game, I was pleasantly surprised. Oh, I could fix my cut problem in Sente. It says this is better. But what happens if black cuts right now? Oh, use the Aji. Right, go back to this Aji, the godforsaken Aji that none of us ever see. All right, so that's all fine. At this point, black starts the cut. Very premature because, again, this is not settled. And I played the wrong one. Again, I should still play that side. I even thought about it at this point in the game. This is the move. This is the time I almost played this directly. I was like, no, I think I get more threats if I play it here. And actually in the game I talked about so much about how this was a bad threat because I also lose the end game. It wasn't that bad of a bad threat. The threat that I called out for black being bad later on, this peeps so much worse, which we'll see coming up. But still, I should start here. And all right, bunch of questionable to mediocre threats, but it's all in the ballpark. Actually, what's interesting is that the AI identifies this as, at least in this moment, the best threat for white, which I do get to play later on. Here I connect the correct direction, and of course, this isn't that hard of reading, right? I have a stone here, so of course I can block this way. That's not a big deal. I play here, which I should do something more here first, which I was looking at. At this point, I was looking at this move in particular, but close enough. And then this is the interesting point. So I guess it's only an 8.6 point loss of a threat. That's still, actually, that's a big point loss for a co-threat. You want your co-threats to not lose you any points, right? Ideally. So I guess that is a big loss for a co-threat. Something that I respond to. So black gets the co, and I get to follow up. And here I make a huge mistake. Like I almost totally whiff this thing. At this point, yeah, the ko is too small. Basically, I need to play right now. And I almost did, but I was like, nah, I got time. I'll play ko. But yeah, this Atari for black is key, right? After this Atari, everything in here is fine. It's close enough to being fine. You know, white will get a little bit of endgame down here. But here, I make a mistake because I don't know. I was really excited to short this thing of liberties, even though it doesn't work at all. But my opponent didn't quite figure this out either. Yeah, it's like, yeah, just connect. Don't do anything drastic. Just connect. I play here, and of course my opponent makes this mistake on top of it, which, you know, just sort of catapults me into the 20s in terms of leading. But of course, if black displays here, this just works. It's just back to ko threat. Everything here is solved. If I show you what this looks like, yeah, this is just solved for black. There's nothing here. No connection, right? So yeah, I botched that in game, and so did my opponent because he Atari from the wrong direction, which means I got to extend here, which means that's a big gain for white. We're now leading in something by 25 plus points. We get to play there. We're still fighting ko. We take some more ko threats. These are not really good threats either. Interesting, I played here because it's the shape move, but we're in a ko situation. This has less threats, so I should play it. Got to play the Q move. Don't play the Q move often enough. Kind of a bad threat. Was happier about it during the game. More threats. And then this one is okay. But yes. Oh no, actually, my move wasn't nearly as bad as I thought. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's one exchange I really need to make to really not make it quite as bad as I thought it was. But the game worked out fine because it led to this other ko. If you remember this, but it says the move to start the ko is an 8.8 mistake. I need to make one exchange first. I need to make this exchange. And that way I make sure all this is connected. Actually leaves a lot fewer threats for black as well. And then I can fight this ko. But my opponent didn't call me on that, and so I left this Aji there. Yeah, even at this point, it's like, dude, just take that move. Even though you lose the ko, I just don't lose the ko. It just goes to another level of steppiness. It's a two-step ko instead of a one-step ko instead of a direct ko now. That's fine. Actually, I can still take it there. That's interesting. But regardless, at this point, when my opponent... where is my opponent's move? Oh, no, he takes ko. I play this threat, which the AI says is real bad. So here, let's see why it's really bad. Oh, because I have to come back and connect here. Oh, God. And then black can still fix. Yeah, it's because I never made this move. And so black can essentially play this in Sente to not only get more liberties, but also ruin my eye space and threaten this cut. And so this was horrifically timed. But again, a nice opponent who didn't call me on it. And when my opponent makes this ko threat, it's an 11-point loss. Basically, this is 11 points better than saving or killing these 3 stones and saving these 3. So that launched me up to the 30 some odd points, which is kind of what I won at. We actually played a really nice endgame for much of the endgame. There's a little bit here I didn't quite. There's this I didn't play efficiently. But after this point, you see how smooth this is? This is. I know the board is very small, so you're not going to find really big fluctuations. But even that's very remarkably smooth, and we played quite well. Oh yeah, there's one other dirty thing though. See, right now the score says I'm in the 40s. And I'm going to go back down to the 30s very soon because I make this Atari. And I said that was big in game. No, it was not. It was not. There's bigger. This cut, so much more baller. Here, if you didn't see that, I hopefully clicked that too fast. Let's turn off the AI. Let's do a little bit of reading together. Here's some reading practice. Here's your life and death problem. See if you can find it. It's not that hard. This is probably a 10Q problem, maybe 15Q. But regardless, I didn't see it in the game. White should definitely cut here. And if you think black should play here, well, you have just lost these 3 stones. Because if there's a throw in here for snapback. If you connect, there's this Atari, and then this Atari, and lose the whole thing. Isn't that cool? Totally missed that. So that was the one really bad endgame part. Everything else was actually kind of good in terms of endgame style and points after that. So anyway, that was the game. It ended up being, some like 35 points, I think, right? Yeah, just very consistent within, 36 points at the end, which is great. And, hopefully I never get hit with the COVID. I don't know. I've got a 5-year-old who I've been taking care of, and, he makes all the goo all the time. So I'm sure I'm not immune. And since I found out that his test was positive, I've also just kind of had like a psychosomatic response of like, oh God, I'm sick too. And I'm not sure that's actually true yet, but oh man, I am glad I got to play a game of Go in. So fingers crossed. If I do get COVID, it might be a little while before I upload another video, depending on how far behind I get on work and other projects and all that sort of stuff. I actually had a lot of things planned for this weekend that are all now just canceled. What was life? But anyway, I hope you guys are well. Stay safe. Don't get COVID. Do all the things. Play some Go. See you next time.